Let us now understand the important concept of combined average or mixed average. The statement here is, if the average of a group of n1 elements is a1 and the average of another group of n2 elements is a2 and so on, then the average of all the groups taken together will be equal to n1a1 plus n2a2 and so on till the last product divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3 and so on. So the idea here is, whenever two different groups are given to us, the average for both the groups together can be directly taken as n1a1 plus n2a2 divided by n1 plus n2. Let's say there is a group of n1 persons where the average age is a1 and there is another group of n2 persons where the average age is a2. So the combined average for both the groups together can be taken as n1a1 plus n2a2 divided by n1 plus n2. This happens because we know that sum of all the elements in the first group should be equal to number of elements into the average. So n1 into a1. Similarly, the sum of the second group should be equal to n2 into a2. And the combined average for both the groups together should be equal to sum of the first group plus sum of the second group divided by number of elements in first group, that is n1, plus number of elements in second group, that is n2. So this can be taken as n1a1 plus n2a2 divided by n1 plus n2. So friends, remember that whenever we are supposed to find out the combined average of two or more than two groups together, we can simply take it as n1a1 plus n2a2 and so on divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3 and so on, where n is nothing but the number of elements in each group and a denotes the average of the group. Let us now take an example based on the concept of combined average that we have just discussed. The question here is, in a class there are 32 boys and 28 girls. The average age of the boys is 14 years and the average age of the girls is 13 years. What will be the average age of the whole class? So as you can see here, the average age of the boys is given to us, that is 14 years, and the average age of the girls is also mentioned, that is 13 years. And we are supposed to find out the average age of the whole class. We have just learned that whenever the average of two different groups are given to us, we can find out the combined average as n1a1 plus n2a2 divided by n1 plus n2, where n1 is the number of persons in the first group, n2 is the number of persons in the second group, and a1 and a2 are the averages of the two groups respectively. Now in the given question as well, we find two groups. One is a group of 32 boys and the other is a group of 28 girls. For these 32 boys, the average is 14, and for the 28 girls, the average is 13 years. The average age of the whole class will be nothing but the combined average of these two groups. So that can be taken as the number of people in the first group, that is 32, into the average, that is 14 years, plus the number of persons in the second group, 28, into the average, 13, divided by n1 plus n2, that is 32 plus 28, which is equal to 32 into 14 plus 28 into 13 divided by 60, that is 32 plus 28. Now by taking 4 common here, we get 4 into 8 as 32, 4 into 7 as 28, and 4 into 15 as 60. So 8 into 14 will be 112, 7 into 13 will be 91. So 112 plus 91 divided by 15, which will be equal to 203 divided by 15. So by solving this, we get the answer as 13.53. So we can say that the average age of the whole class will be 13.53 years. So this is how we can use the concept of combined average in solving these type of questions. Remember, there can be sometimes more than two groups as well. The concept remains same. n1a1 plus n2a2 plus n3a3 divided by n1 plus n2 plus n3 and so on.